hours. Oh my goodness, I'm sitting here, I'm just realizing that my sound is on the wrong computer. But I can easily remedy that by turning it down. There we go. Oh my goodness. So, Jules, I'm sorry to say that it is not snowing here. It is 40 degrees and it is raining outside. Ooh, there. Okay. Audio settings fixed. Ish. Okay. Maybe they're fixed. Let me look at my muff. I know it sounds so bad. I remember when my muff was Miss Aim. There we go. Oh, better. No. Love. Oh, okay. I think that's the best we're gonna get. Sorry for the feedback. It was just me putting the spit guard back on. Oh, yeah, it is 39 degrees Fahrenheit. It is very foggy and very rainy outside right now. So, welcome to my Thursday long stream. From 9 to noon, I will be here therapeutically stabbing Captain Penis because I have been very neglectful the past month and a half because work keeps pile driving me into the ground. So we are working on the biggest of the small colors. We're starting off with 906, which is a green. It is it's one of the filler greens. I'm still working on waking up, so if I'm not as energetic, this first hour is when all my meds start kicking in. So you're just gonna have to deal with unmedicated raw, which can be fun and exciting in its own ways. Okay. No, so after stream Tuesday, I went out. I enjoyed the beautiful day. I got all of my chores done. It was glorious and wonderful. And then I get back and I'm cleaning my car, and I'm not attached to my phone. People think I'm attached to my phone because I always have it in my hands, but to be fair, I almost always have to have something in my hands, or else I'm gonna drive someone else bananas. So most of the time it's my phone, and I'm not generally doing anything on my phone, turning things on, turning things off, just hitting buttons. It's like it's a computer fidget. And I'd left my phone in the house in my purse because I was cleaning my car. I was taking trash out of my car. I was getting it ready for the craft fair on Saturday. And I come back in and I see messages, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And they asked me to do an overnight, which I did. It was 1 in the afternoon. I had enough time. I'd gotten everything I need to get done. So I said, yeah, sure. So I did an overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and that's kind of why I'm glad that Wednesday is an off day. It makes it so I can both help out and not cancel stream, which I have been doing for an exorbitant amount for the past month and a half. So I do the overnight, and at like 4 a.m. one of my friends is like, hey, I'm in the hospital, can you bring me a bottle of insulin? I'm like, I can when I get out of work at 7. And so I go to her house. I got to meet her new dog. Her dog was surprised because my friend Sarah and I, not only are we both named Sarah, we look very similar. I'm a little bit stockier than she is, but there's reasons for that. And so I have not met her new dog, Rain. Um, very recently, her dog Storm had to be uh, put to sleep for a whole myriad of things, and so I hadn't met Rainy yet, and I go in there, and mind you, Rainy's a German Shepherd. Most people would be like, nah, bruh, I don't know your dog. I'm not. Most people would be like, no, you have a German Shepherd. I'm not gonna go in there. I go in there. This is where, like, I'm truly white girl. It's like, puppy! So I go in there, and I say, hi, Rain. And she comes out wagging her tail because she thinks I'm her mom. She gets up to me, sniffs, goes, who the fuck are you? And runs upstairs. Now, Sarah had told me that she was an absolute coward. So I didn't pursue her. Like, if a dog doesn't want to interact with me, I'm not going to chase the dog. I'm the same way with cats. If a cat wants to interact with me, then the cat will interact with me. I try to respect animal boundaries. I actually get more upset when the animal doesn't want to talk to me than when a person doesn't want to talk to me. And so she runs upstairs, and I go, Rainstorm, what you doing? And all I hear from the corner is, like, she's a puppy. She's like, I want to say 9 months old. She's a puppy. And all I hear is the low rumbles of, don't you dare come near me. And I didn't. I respected that. But I took a picture for her Sarah. And I went, Storm is big and scary. I'll wait for the advertisement to end for okay. Oh, everything. Really? Yeah. Hacha! Yay! Have so I sent pictures to her mom going, yeah, she's like, who the F are you? Because again, she ran up to me thinking I was her mom and was very, very confused. I felt so bad for the puppy dog, but I got to meet her. And I also got to, I dropped off a bottle of insulin for her mom so she could fill up her pump. Because in hospitals, at least here in the States, if you have an insulin pump, they'll make you take it off. And that's just counterproductive to someone getting better. But if you can manage it, they'll let you keep it, but they won't give you any of the supplies in order to fill it up. So she needed to replace it. And she didn't have any insulin to do it with. Something happened. But so that has been where my weekend. Well, not even my weekend. That's where my Tuesday, Wednesday went. After that, I came home. I passed out for a few hours. And then I woke up and played Ark for the remainder of the day. It has been so long because Australia and the North American continent don't like to get along very well. Are we at a 12 or are we at a 13 hour difference right now? It is 9:10 a.m. here. So I think we're at more than. I'm at 9:10. I'm cooler. Soon you'll be at 10:11. I'm sorry. Okay, I was doom scrolling through TikTok and or Facebook or something like that. I was watching some of the short video on whatever platform I happened to be intrigued in that moment. And so when someone says 6'7" to you, like one of the younger I don't understand the 6'7" thing, but the proper response is 42. And if you get that, you're my people. When someone says 6'7", you go yes, 42. And I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, that needs to happen. Ooh, the mail is here. So I think it's the mail. Oh, that made the mail truck thud. See that, or a big white van with a sliding door. So I was supposed to work yesterday, but because I took the overnight shift, I got yesterday off. So about 4 in the afternoon, my coworker messages me, "You took the wrong day to have off." She sends me a picture of a table with a sign that says free yarn on it. And it was just overflowing with yarn. I just about died laughing. I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty close to a white van with candy, going free candy on the side. So there are a couple things I want. And I don't take things unless everybody else has had a chance, because I do not need, I fully recognize with all of my being, I do not need any more yarn. I do not need it. I do not need it, Sam I am. I do not need more yarn at all. Oh, thank God. So I told her, I'm like, hey, if at the end of the night these things are still available, hey, just grab them for me. Thank you so very much. I love you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Pixie's home. 1 second. Yep, it is the mailman. I gotta go see. That he could have violated the perimeter of the house. Oh, and there's Cesar. I mean, he's making sure I'm okay. Cause yeah. I have to go answer the pixie. 1 second. Yes, I know. She's big and scary. She's something. Oh, I'm gonna sue Cesar. I forgot I had the pupper cam up because on Thursdays, generally the dogs are more exciting than I am. So yeah, so she and I ended up. She's like, yeah, the colors are still there, and here's what's still there. Do you want anything else? So I'm getting a couple of oranges and some yellows, and I'm gonna make some flowers for the workplace to give out for spring and whatnot. So. Okay. So I'm gonna. she's certainly something. Hey, what are you doing? Pixie. Hey. I know. You got something in your fur. Why do you keep getting stuff in your fur? Hello, Pocket. Well, yeah. Now that I have dog hair all over my hands, I have, if my brain would work to finish that sentence, I had the butterflies I've been making, that I don't have any of them unpacked right now. Whatever I don't sell on Saturday, I'm gonna just donate, and if I sell all of them on Saturday, I am hoping to make a few more over the course of the next couple days to donate to giveaway at work. Because they have alligator clips, and alligator clips I really, really enjoy because you can clip them on almost anything. I mean, but they're dainty alligator clips, so it's not like they're the monsters ones. And I've been learning so much about technical names for things, because when you need to buy things in bulk, the best way is to know their technical name so you don't get I know. This is the best Thursday stream I've had in a while. So this is an alligator clip, and I could probably do this for ages. Yes, I do have clips enabled, I believe. I don't know how they're enabled, but they are enabled. I think Jules. I think I'll give you some time to investigate, because the mailman did just arrive and Pixie had a shit fit. So I'm pretty sure mailman had the audacity to step on the porch and set off the pixie dog. But alligator clip! Sorry. Well, I'm gonna finish using this piece of string, and then I'm gonna run downstairs and see if what is to peep as to what upset my poor precious baby dog, because she is Pixie. All of Pixie's flabbers were gasted. Like, it doesn't take much. Let's be fair, friends. Any TikTok you've come across that goes, "Boy dogs, today I saw a balloon," and then the girl dogs, "I dug the bullets out of the Iraqi skulls so they couldn't be traced back to us." That is truly a boy dog, girl dog difference. And I'll that hill I will die on, because Cesar here is super laid back. He's the one that you can see laying down currently. Pixie's off. Pixie's off being Pixie. I am probably going to have to swap out pieces of string. Oh yeah. Hey, I want 10. Though, though, I have a soft spot for 9. And 11, 11, kind of goofy. I could hang out with him. The what? 12 made me feel a lot of feels. Um, and then I want to see who are we on now? I want to see 14. I want to see 14. He intrigues me, and yeah. Which one was the Disney doctor? Oh, see, and that's the one that intrigues me because the level of, like, I mean, I'm trying to hit his real life values, like his demographics. That is what intrigues me about 14. Now, all of them have been phenomenal as the Doctor, as a character, because it's the Doctor. Like, not for me. It was 9 and 10. Those were my come back to Doctor Who doctors. And like 9 and 10 are 9, 10. Sorry. And yes, I promise I'm going to go look at the porch. Oh, I bawled my eyes out like a baby with Rose. The Rose story arc, when, oh my god. And then when I'm not good with names. So if I forget, it's easy. They gave the doctors numbers. But before, just after Rose, and just before the other chick, that the I think her real name is Kathy, and that's what's sticking in my head. The redheaded companion, her grandfather. Oh my god, that story arc, and then making her forget, like, 9 and 10 made me cry the most. Davies made me cry the most. All of his story arcs just. Donna, yes. Every fucking episode Davies had a hand in. I just, like, I'm tearing up right now just thinking of his story arcs. Like, oh, but I gotta say, I loved Missy. I loved the Master. I loved the modern iteration of the Master and Missy, and I loved it. Like, I intentionally tuned in. Like, and when Neil Patrick Harris was on, I I intentionally watch those episodes because I don't need to know what's going on with those characters because I know those characters and I love Missy. I loved Missy so much. Like, oh, yes. And that's the rough thing. It's kind of like Umbridge. The actress who plays Umbridge apparently is a very sweet, kind lady, but the characters that she's really good at playing. I want to hate you characters. Yes. Oh, okay. That frustrates me so much. Like, so I was doing what I normally do and doom scrolling through Temu. I don't expect high quality things from Temu. That is because I have a particular skill that if it sucks, I can make it better. Like I'm leaning hard into that skill as on my existence. Is I am really, really, really good, and I'm not gonna ever deny if something is bad. Most of the time, I can fix it. I can improve upon it as long as it's like, for example, I'm gonna show you a gift that a coworker got me that I absolutely love. Her and I play here. Hey, I saw a pretty thing. We play Pebble. We play Pebble tag. Like it's never anything super duper expensive, but it makes the other one smile. So she bought Husband Creature and I this Temu Wolfie key hanger thing. It's really cute. It's not anything to write home about. It's not like, oh my god, this is a family heirloom stuff. But it is a little flimsy. So what I'm gonna do is, that's why it's still on its plastic, is I'm going to go over to the hardware store because I love the hardware store, and I'm going to get some spray paint. I'm going to get some backer board, and I am going to spray paint the backer board black. I'm going to mount that key holder onto the backer board, and I'm going to use that as the hanger on the wall so that I can have it can pop out, because it's gonna be a black background, so the item will pop out and it'll be pretty and it will be sturdy. Another this is how we can tell Sarah's meds haven't kicked in yet. Supernatural, Ruth. She's absolutely gorgeous. She plays Crowley's mother, and I love Mark. Can't remember his last name, but the actor who plays Crowley, his son is a type 1 diabetic, and he's very, very supportive of the type 1 diabetic research and community and whatnot. And like, I would love, like, from what I've glinted from like the supernatural community and their actors and whatnot, especially Misha. Misha is like, and I love his name. I'm wondering if his name is actually Misha or if it's Michael, because Don't Cross a Gay Man goes by Misha, but his name is Michael. So we love you, Hutchie. Yes. I love Mark Shepard is phenomenal. He is. But like, I have a very British sense of humor. It's very dry and sometimes highly inappropriate. I try to do my best to keep it under containment, but sometimes I just don't win that. it's it falls under the there were signs category, because I am both very serious and aloof and very goofy at the same time. Um, it's just who can, and I'm running into myself at work. So there are two dining services. There are three dining services. Okay, there are four. There are four dining services. They're young. They're all young men. And I see, like, I watch them and I watch them interact, and I am easily twice their age. So I'm going, I have years of life experience on these young men, and I watch them. That sounds so creepy. At work, just kind of in the natural social situation, because I don't want to correct them, but watching their interactions with other people and residents, and I'm going, there were so many signs that my family missed. So many signs. And I know this because they have self-disclosed. Two are pure autism spectrum. One is pure ADHD spectrum, and the other is both. So the eldest of the crew is both. And just watching them, I'm like, there were signs. How did my family miss these signs? Because I watch them interact and I'm going, I do that, and I do that, and I do that. And I try to offer them guidance. It's like, hey, I know exactly what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. How about you look at the situation like this and see if you can adjust your brain to dance around this. Oh, hydrate or die. Okay. Oh, I got okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll let's see. I got hydrate. So if anybody sees me drink, say I drink water, it's iced tea. I'm just going for the iced tea. I'm sorry. And stretch. Yeah, same. Because in my family, oh, that's just normal. And whew, there's lots of trauma to deal with in the, oh, that's just normal. Everybody does that. No, it's kind of like my most recent TikTok with the hypermobility. I thought everybody could start with their hand up and flip it down and over without moving the top part of their arm. And to find out that not everybody can do that, like, it sounds really, really, like, not a big deal, but it's a big deal. I am proud of you, Sume. Yeah. I don't have any of the bigger hypermobility things. Like, I have the I can turn and for example, if someone were to grab my leg, it doesn't have a stop. It has a stop point where it starts to really hurt, but at the same time, it's a lot further than most people would think. I can't lift my foot to my face without, like, my arm, but at 44 years old, I can still bring my foot up to my face. And no, I will not be demonstrating that for those of you curious, because no. Oh yeah, it's with a little bit of stretching and the proper amount of assistance, I can still wrap my leg around the back of my head. That one I do need a little bit of stretching for. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Got that. I'm just working on the little area that I'm in, and then I'm gonna turn on my be right back and go get my I mean, she could, if she trains properly, which I've heard stories of your child. If she trains properly, she could utilize that flexibility as a career path. As like a Cirque du Soleil creative kind of thing. And yes, I totally agree with just because you can doesn't mean you should. 100% agree with that. I'm gonna flop on my be right back, and I will be right back. I will verb. Yes, I have the pupper cam on for a reason. That is, who is that? That's Pixie. Okay, so I have package. It is from Kelpie, and I have no idea what it is. At least I think it's from Kelpie. Either way, yes, it is from Kelpie. Well, okay, so this is I have no idea what this is, guys. So I'm gonna put a content warning on this because it's Kelpie, so oh, both doggos are in screen. The one, the tail you see wagging is Cesar. Yes, you go. Okay, lay down, guys. Oh, 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 it's a tumbler. Okay. 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 Kelpie's going for the feels. So, it is a tumbler that says, sometimes you forget that you're awesome, so this is your reminder. And now I have feels. This is a nice tumbler. It's coffee mug shaped. So I might bring this into work and have this at work instead of my current glass. Or I want to say it's ceramic. It's not glass, it's ceramic. I don't know if it started or stopped yet, but I don't generally get asked for screen clips, so I don't know. I can look into the settings, but I'm glad you did the screen cord too. I could have reenacted it. But I appreciate stuff like that. It falls into the category of compliments. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna stare at this cup. I'm gonna stare at this cup as I say, I don't generally think I'm awesome enough to have people who want to clip my stuff. So I don't have it like willy-nilly, wild and free, but I don't think about it very often. As I have the cup that says, "Don't forget, you're awesome." I appreciate every, like, when people step behind the scenes and say, "Hey, I love what you're doing. Hey, thank you." Like, I love hearing it, but at the same time I get super uncomfortable about it. So if I'm ever super awkward when you're trying to tell me nice things, I understand that they're nice things. I still get super awkward about it because I don't see it as anything that shouldn't be done. Like, when people are like, "Oh, you do this, and this," I'm like, why wouldn't I? I am now curious. How are you controlling a money pit? Is it like money pit as in the Tom Hanks movie where it's a big old house and it's a fixer-upper? Because I blame that movie for my love of fixer-uppers. I blame that movie for my love of big, old fixer-uppers. Oh my goodness. Oh. as the husband creature is in the same money pit. I sent him all the information and told him all the things, Sume. So, but I am in a money pit. I am in a money pit as well. It is known as arts and crafts. That is why I that is why I try to find discount arts and crafts. But again, as I was saying earlier in the week, if for whatever reason I was unable to purchase any more arts and crafts supplies ever, I would have more than enough to last me my lifetime and at least 3 other people's lifetimes. And I always tell people, if there's something I have that you want and it's not feasibly going to get done by me, I'm going to give it to you. This is why I don't do clips. And I know it will bring you joy. Where? She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. So I sent a clip to Jules and Dragon this morning at like 3 in the morning of a Japanese decorating technique that is just books, the to be read pile essentially, and I like it. I think when I get to, I really just need to take a week off to just focus on, a week off from work, a week off from streaming, to focus on getting my attic office space done, because I've determined that at the video area, that might not be for the stream, but I'm definitely gonna have, and it might be for the stream too, because just having one project up there and just having like this downstairs as the work area that I can have as insanity, but have a professional area to have like a stream and to do video calls and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do with my upstairs area, because honestly sometimes the video setup gets in the way of a lot of things. Well, yes, why are we? Yes, send it, and I will forward. I will tell him. Oh my god, yeah. Well, and to be fair, Costco is probably the most reasonably priced of all of the bulk stores. That's what I get to pay the mortgage after stream. Well, and it's getting harder and harder for me to tell people I own my house because of my age, but then I have to gently remind people I bought my house when I was 24. While most people are out exploring who they are in their 20s, I already knew I was an old lady. So I bought a house so I can, get off my yard. But in this day and age, like, I am very privileged to have what I have. And every day I am very grateful for that. And I try to use what I have to speak up and call out the injustices, because I know many of my friends will never have the opportunity to have a house. I mean, my house is not in the best part of town. There's a reason I am as cranky as I am. There is a reason I have the reputation that I have in my neighborhood. There is a reason I keep my house on the outside just a little bit dingier than I would like it. And as a homeowner, I recognize that there are a lot of perks to renting that I would gladly trade out. I don't like that. I don't like the I can't do what I want where I want, because I've always been super respectful. Like, I don't destroy to make things worse. Generally, when I do something, it is an improvement, even if the improvement is not for me. I am of the mindset that if it helps me currently, awesome. But I also want to think long-term, big picture. And sometimes the actions that I take do nothing for me. But I know that down the line, they will help someone else. And that is why I'm doing what I am doing when I am doing it. Thank you for treating Feature. Like at work, and a lot of my random helping has recently been at work, because that's where I've been living. But when I set up the carts for the person after, I get no benefit. I don't, except for that one time where someone called in, said they were going to be late, and I got to benefit from my work. And now I understand why people really like working after me after doing that. But it takes me no time. I'm already doing that process. So I can take the 0.5 extra seconds to do it for someone else. And that's my mindset. It doesn't take me any extra energy to be nice. It doesn't take me any extra energy to be mean, but I also have a guilty conscience, so I'm not going to be mean unless I absolutely have to, and let it be known, if I'm being mean to you, you did something, you done fucked up. That's all I gotta say. If I am going out of my way to be mean to you, you done fucked up. And I don't understand that. Like, am I out there every day being like, we can do this together as a team, go team, yeah. Sometimes. But for me, it's more of the quiet, like it's soft power. It is not the big loud things. Those are handy, but those aren't what move mountains. It is the soft, gentle helping that move the mountain. It is the natural course of just moving forward just a little bit. It is not. I don't have the big energy for the big earth-shattering things. Again, if I'm being big and loud, you done fucked up. Like, if I have to be loud for you to hear my message, God save you. Or whatever deity. It doesn't have to necessarily be Jehovah. It can be names. It can be whatever. May the energies around you save you. But that is where my brain generally sits. Is like, guys, I am not a mover or a shaker. I am the slow, warm feeling that you know is always there for you. I'm not when. So one of my coworkers called me evil because this is how I work. So at work, we get 3 med carts. There are 2 floors, 6 med carts. Each CRMA, if there are 2 of us, we each get 3 med carts. If there are 3 of us, 2 of us get 3 med carts, and 1 of us is responsible to do baths and showers. Now, I have a coworker who, as a person, I like. As a coworker, I like. But their negative traits are, look at me, I want all of the attention, look at me. And to be fair, I'm more than willing to have them be the center of attention. I don't want it. I don't. But they did not like how the carts were being divvied up. Now, I don't care. I have been there for we're going on 3.5 years. And I have been through so many changes, so many ups and downs. I've gone through I hate this job. I hate getting put on this cart. Why do I have to do this floor? Why do I have to do this? I've done it. I'm tired. I've gotten to the point of, you have me for 8 hours. What is your task? That's where it's at. There's no hate. I actually kind of like my job. It's exhausting. I'm just tired. And so my boss has been trying different groupings of each person getting 3 carts. Now there is one neighborhood with there's one person that will not take meds from me. One person out of, I think we're at 40 again. One person out of 40. So when I am in that person's neighborhood, I have to pull on my other coworker or the bath and shower person, which is generally not a huge deal. I've expressed how much I dislike having to do that, but at the same time, I want to respect the resident and not get them upset because they don't know that they're losing their sense of self. And I remind them of someone that they really don't like. Like, this person forgets who someone is except for me. Like, I've watched it. Like, who are you again? And then they'll look at me, say my name, and go, and I'm like, okie dokie then. And I test the waters every once in a while. But I can pop their meds. I can they can know I'm the one touching their meds, but I cannot be the one to give them their meds. Okay. So this coworker is just doesn't like however we've set things up. So my boss went, okay, make a plan. And he was showing it to me Tuesday night. And I said, okay, looks good. Because honestly, I don't care. There are 3 carts. Everybody's getting 3 carts. I'll figure it out. Now, the evil part of this is I know, because of my fantabulous pattern recognition, I know exactly what's going to happen. And if you've played the game of that one person you can't make happy, you know where this is going. So, because we're using the options that he made, my response to when he gets tired of this, or he goes, this isn't fair, is this is what you chose. We can't keep going and swapping all of it. It's kind of like what we do with the residents who are like, well, I don't like it this way. Well, this is what you chose. We have to keep it for X amount of time, which is absolutely true. If someone wants a change in their schedule or whatnot, that's fine, but they have to hold on to it for, I want to say a month or 2, just so that we're not always changing our schedules around all the time. So, and another coworker, she's like, well, you're evil. I'm like, isn't it delicious though? Because They made their bed. I support them in their choices. And when they decide that they don't like this choice, that's fine. But we still have to hold out the contract deal. We have to continue doing it for the amount of time that we agreed upon, because that's how life works. Okay. Oh goodness. It's been so long. I don't even have a yeah, I'll figure that out later. I'll write it down, Sume, but I don't, yeah. Oh, so I was making signs last night. I want thoughts on this one because it's dancing along the lines of breaking some rules. It's paying cash, frees us both, helps us both avoid the digital toll booth. I accept all forms of payment. I have every app you can think of that someone could pay with. But if you pay cash, you don't have to pay any of the taxes. Like I will take out of, if I have something that's $25, I will take the hit for the tax on the $25 just so I don't have to math. But if you pay with a card, it's going on there. I might have e-transfer, to be honest. Honestly, my POS is Shopify, and then in addition to that, I also have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. So, like, if Shopify has that option, like, yeah. And I think my credit union has e-transfer, but I don't know. I love that you get dog butts. It's raw and dog butts. Crazy loons. Yeah. Let's see what crazy loons are telling me. Most of the time it's just I do have to do my taxes at some point this weekend. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Am I still getting music? What's going on here? Okay, it is still going. I just I'm talking over my music. I know, like when I pay my water bill, I know it sounds weird. When I pay my water bill, I can use e-checks. I don't know if it's the same as e-transfer, but yeah, it just is a transfer from my checking account. Takes a little longer, but okay. Now you got me curious. Oh. Hmm. That is pretty cool. La la la. Yeah, so today after stream, I will be bringing my pile of arts and crafts stuff because it's Thursday. So tomorrow I'll be loading up my car. Seeing if I need to put on my roof rack or not, because I like to prep ahead of time so that I don't have to panic later on. That is the one area where I let the Tism take the wheel, is being well prepared so that if the ADHD decides to go chaotic, I've already done everything I need to do so I don't panic. I'm sorry that the ad came in loud. I wish I had more control over like the and yes. Look at Sume. I still feel bad. Like, I don't mind like them randomly text. Like, I mean, obviously, if there's something that is bad that I shouldn't be supporting, like I will totally be like, "Hey, Twitch, knock the fuck off." But they need to get better about their volume control. Okay, just got done right there. So, this is in one of the areas that is foobarred. So. No, I do not like loud music with my video game. Thanks for asking, though. Yeah, I get that. No, you're not supposed to be hitting any of the things. Now, mind you, I have in fact hit a parked car before. It was funny because the lady was super cool about it. She's like, "Yeah, I got this in the divorce. I don't really like it." I'm like, I still feel bad. I was glad she was cool about it, though. Well, I'm glad. I tend to just park where there's nothing around me, honestly. Okay. That's working on the vine. Working in the coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in the corner. Oop, I gotta sit down. I thoroughly enjoy my parking camera. That's how I back into a lot of parking spaces. Before, can I back into a parking spot? Absolutely. Can I parallel park? I sure can. But having a backup camera, so much easier. So much. Doing the last two random stitches in the ass in the middle of nowhere. Hopefully I don't have to play. Hopefully I don't have to get a new piece of string because this would just be a pain in the ass. I like the parking cameras like on the newer vehicles. Like my car only has like it's a camera. It doesn't like look around the corner or anything like that. I have a camera. Sorry, answering the work. Oh yeah, I love so I have to replace a side view mirror because we have the big trash cans that the trash truck can pick up and huck into their back. And the trash truck didn't put one back where it should be, and it was in the road. And my passenger side mirror flipped it, knocked the glass out of the mirror. All the motor, and it broke the hinge. All the motor and stuff like that is still fine, but it has no mirror, and it has no, I would have to do a lot of work to get it to reattach. So I'm just gonna spend $90 and get the part and take the broken one off and put the new one on. But I'm like, seriously? So I'm down a mirror. So now luckily it's on the right side of my car, which I have more visibility on. And yes, I always trust your eyes more than your cameras, but the cameras are a really good help. Check mark. Start at the top and work my way down again. Woo! Yeah, all of today's progress is ridiculously slow, and it's brought to you by the end of the page colors. All those colors I should have worked on in my downtime, but opted not to, because fuck that. Oh yeah, and I mean at least here in Maine, if the owner of the vehicle gives you verbal permission, and again here in Maine, it is considered consent as long as you are not driving it on a regular basis. Like say they're busy, they need you to take their car somewhere for the short amount of time. You are allowed to drive that car. Well, yeah. Okay. No, I'm lost. Filling in the blank spot. I mean, this line at the top is just ridiculous. I do love like how it's coming together though. It's gotten insane. Uh, it's gotten insane in Maine. Uh, right after I got my driver's license, they upped the standards. Now I can't say that I blame them. Like there's no shade being tossed. When I had my learner's permit, I had to have 35 hours of driving, and 10 of those hours had to be at night. My parents made sure I drove through a winter because it is best to have a teacher in the car when encountering snow. But after I got my license, it went up to like 80 hours, and then you had a probationary license for like 6 months. Like, it's... Oh, and hands down, everyone who has the ability to learn how to drive in snow should learn how to drive in snow with a teacher, with someone who is doing it. Like, I am a gold medal car skier. I know how. Now, there's a reason I spent $800 in snow tires. There's a reason for that. But I can get my car, with or without my studs, unstuck from ice and snow and whatnot. I can control my car in a skid. Now, I come from a time where power steering wasn't something that came in every car. Power steering is a godsend because power steering wants the wheel to be straight. So if you start to skid, let go of the wheel. Your car will straighten out. Take your foot off the gas, let your hands off the wheel. The car will stop and it will straighten out. The beauty of automatic. Now, with manual, you're fucked. Manual, with manual, you have to let your car wheel go straight and then hold onto it so it doesn't go back the other way. In all reality, but oh my goodness. But what I do, and I tell people, and I do this with every new car that I have. I didn't do it with my most recent Prius because I did it in my other Prius, and the Prius model and build that I upgraded to is the same as my old one, just newer year-wise. But if I ever get a different make and model of a car in the winter, I will go to an empty parking lot and I will intentionally skid my car. So I know what it feels like and I know what it takes to correct it. Because you always, in a panic, you fall to the highest level of your training. No. You fall to the lowest level of your training. So if you if you train a lot and you practice a lot, the lowest level of your training is comfortable. And that's what I always encourage with people. It's like sometimes we don't always have enough time, but going out in a snowstorm and playing Ring Around the Skidster can be fun. And saying that out loud makes me realize I have lived in a place that has winter. And I don't understand places that don't have winter. But yeah, practicing is the best way. And for me, it's repetition. I learn best with repetition. Knowing how you best learn will really help you out in the long run. And I'm just trying to figure out where my needle. And the biggest piece of advice I have, traffic cones are a godsend. Well-painted lines are also a godsend. But finishing the action. Even if you've messed up, finish the action. If you're not going to do any property damage, like if you're going to hit a car, please don't finish the action. But if you're just practicing parking and you're not going to be inside the lines, finish the action. It will give you that muscle memory to know what not to do. And then do it again. It's kind of, now I feel like that movie where the State Farm guy is there. Here at State Farm or Allstate or whatever, but he was the music teacher or something at college, and he was yelling at the drummer going, do it again, do it again. And that's why I don't like saying, hey, you got to do it again. But it's repetition creates muscle memory. It's in my when I was teaching the restraint courses for my previous job, is it's repetition. Yes, it sucks, and yes, I trust that you know how to do it, but does your lizard brain know how to do it? When you are in a panic, will you automatically go to this action instead of that action? Close to the drawer! My dogs think I'm weird. Wow, we are almost done. Color 906. And then we're gonna go to 909. Because we are just filling in tiny colors. Freezing rain is not cool to drive in. And especially in the big boxes. I just get sad. I hear the big jets flying in the air, and it makes me sad. Well, I'm almost done. So when I was visiting my friend in the hospital yesterday morning, they're like, oh, hey, please check in, yada yada. So I'm trying to do the right thing and check in and whatnot. There's no check-in station. Now, mind you, I was just getting off work, and I don't generally. Oops, I guess I sniffed a piece of string at the end. So, I was just wearing scrub pants, so if you didn't see what I was wearing for a top, you can totally tell that I worked in the medical field. I walked right into that hospital. I walked right into her wing, walked right into her room. No one stopped and questioned me once. Now, mind you, I had no malicious intent. She needed insulin, so I delivered her insulin, but on the side of her door, big, big orange sign that said, fall risk. I had to laugh because, A, it's very true, but I thought of all of my fall risk friends. Yeah, you guys got a lot of sky drugs. Like, we might have to have an intervention for you, Canada. You have a sky drug problem. Now, mind you, just a little bit north, Maine is having a sky drug problem, but Bangor's sitting right on the border of it. Yeah, well, it's the same here. Like, what is it? What is it? Oh, it's 41 degrees out, so it's above freezing. It's still kind of foggy and it's very dreary outside. Like, where Tuesday was beautiful, it is not. Outside does not bring me joy right now. I didn't actually have coffee. Okay. I got one area left. I got this little curly cue. Mm-hmm. 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 Everybody was Dragon's like, the coffee didn't work, and everyone's like, run away! Her ambition can be stronger than coffee. It's not easy being green. Let's see. Playing a game of thread chicken. Do I have enough? I need to do 5 stitches. I think I have enough, but I might not. And mind you, I have more than enough of this color. It's not a big deal if I don't. I just don't want to start a whole new piece of string for 3 stitches. But unfortunately, I might have to, because with it being the last few stitches of a color, the page requires a little bit more turn radius than I normally have. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh. One of the reasons I do not have. One of the optional reasons is the sound. Now, what is steam? And I know steam is hot water, but I'm sure this is an acronym that I am not familiar with. I'd show off my phone. So previous to this incident, I would not have sung the praises of screen protectors. But my phone took a direct hit. Not a sideward glance, not a gentle blow. A direct hit of a can of spray foam. And because I had the glass screen protector, it did not shatter my screen. So, beforehand, I would never be the person to be like, oh, hey, make sure you have a screen protector. But now I'm that person. I almost always have a phone cover, but I say screen protector, 100%. I'm right now, I think I purchased, the phone that I have is from 2023, I want to say. And I am more than happy with it, and I'm keeping it. It's not broken, not fixing it. Okay. The art is what threw me off because I'm familiar with STEM. And I'm like, Steam? Yeah, I have a S23 Plus. Not the Ultra, because the only difference between the Plus and the Ultra is the camera. And I have nicer I have nicer, if I need a good camera like these cameras are nicer than my phone camera, so if I need to take nice pictures, I'll set this up on a tripod and I'll use it as a camera. Because I spent redonkulous amounts of money on it and made sure it had that feature. Oh. Yes. Well, then you get kids like me who like science and art. So I can make it really, really high tech and pretty. And tech, I like the entire thing. Like every letter in STEAM is a special interest of mine. My fun comes with integrating it all. I don't need your opinion, sir. Okay, 906 is complete on the page. At least I think so. Before I get too excited. Yes, it is all done. That's right. You know who you are. Hi, Kelby. I like it. I'm gonna bring it around because it has such a good message. So anybody reading the message will also get the warm fuzzy feelings, like I do when I read the message. So it's spreading of the good message. I want to get the hoodie that on the back it says, whoever's behind me, whoever is behind me reading this, just remember, you make a difference in the world. Like, I'm very much a lollipop theory, kind of gal. Now, if you've not seen the TED Talk, it's a TED Talk. It's a very short TED Talk. It's less than 5 minutes, and it's a story about how we as ourselves do not recognize the impact that we make on someone else's life, good or bad. This was obviously a good story, but if you're ever feeling down or like doubting yourself, every interaction like you could have with a person, you could be like telling someone, hey, I love your hair. You know nothing but what that person's having gone through. You just see that they have a really cool hairstyle. Hey, I love your hair. You could have made a huge difference in that person's day. And I try to keep the lollipop theory in my mind all the time, because I try to promote good and kindness, and sometimes I don't always succeed, but at the same time, some of my actions that I don't even pay attention to, that are just natural for me, might make the world of difference in someone else's day. That's a good thought, Sumi. I don't know. Oh, see, I am totally a stupid white person. I try not to be a stupid white person, but I will go up to someone and go, I love your hair. And if it happens to be a person of color, I'm sure I look like a stupid white person. Going up and saying stuff like that, but I will do it to the little lady who also has hot pink hair. Or I see some really neat, like, side, just like, the in both men and women, because when you have a lot of hair as a woman and it's thick, heavy hair, you shave up the side and it lightens the load. But I will compliment, like, I'm sure I freaked this lady out. She had rainbow glitter sequin pants, and it was a sunny day, and she sparkled like nobody's business. Husband creature spotted it. Husband creature spotted that I spotted it, and he just looks at me and goes, "Go," because he knows what I'm gonna do. So I go up and I put on my most unassuming, like, I go up to this person, and they happen to be a person of color. I go up to this person and I go, "Oh my God, I love your pants." She looks at me like I'm cray-cray. And I go, no, really, like, they're phenomenal. I love them. And then she just lights up. She's like, "Oh, thank you." And most people don't get too upset. I've had a couple people look at me silly. I've had a couple people who are just, like, in the vicinity, look at me silly. And I don't care about the people in the vicinity. I want the person wearing whatever I'm complimenting. I want that person to have good feelings. Oh, I love... Up here, like, you wouldn't think so, but there are so many little ladies with fun hair colors. Sorry, I'm dropping... I dropped my music down a little bit because my talking volume and my music volume are roughly the same. Now, of course, now it goes away. So now I'm gonna fuss with it just a little bit. So sorry, your sound levels are not... Your ears are not crazy. I am trying to just balance my voice out with my music. I think you're gonna get the job. I know you're gonna get the job because you are awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Oh yes, and part of my adventures on Tuesday, I did get the color that I needed. It was not the color I was expecting, but it's what the color that I needed. So it literally only has 3, count them, 3 stitches on the page that I'm working on. So I'm like, really? I could have waited. I really that those movies make me giggle because it's so... I actually have like 2 Lego sets that I need to set up to do streamy build like I did with Hogwarts. I have one from Wicked that Husband Creature got me, and I have another one that my sister got me that it's like magical book thing. It's very cool. It's very pretty. But yeah, I gotta set that up. Okay, so now we're moving over to 909. Ooh, we're gonna close up that. Again, these are the biggest of the small colors. So It is. I did it. It's all me. Oops, I did it again. Cesar doesn't circle 3 times. He circles like 50 billion. I grow attached to my phone too. I'm the same way. Like I totally get what's going on here. Okay. I also have now you hold a special place in my heart if you know where this comes from. Dink 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 and the word is that they're actually using dink when they're marching along singing this song. So if you know, you know, and I love you for it. Oh yeah. That's not going to lie. The thought enters my brain. I have the intrusive thoughts, but no touchy. That is kind of weird. What's going on over here? Let's see. Now I'm kind of intrigued. What's going on? Certainly kind of interesting. Winamp decided to deselect deselected an output, and I'm like, why can't I hear any music? Like, am I deaf? Do I need it? No. Winamp decided to deselect my output. My fair lady, you are fine. You are fine. I recognize it's been 2 hours since I sat down and did this. This is my long day. No, go lay down, baby. Yeah, yes. Kids get a lot of leeway. And I appreciate that. And they need to. But adults also need to be given some grace and leeway. Pixie, couche. You are fine. Yes, in that instance, absolutely. Let me finish this stitch. Okay, I am going to. It is 11. Stop trying to get me to pet you. I have a German Shepherd who wants to be pet, so I'm gonna give her some pets, and then I'm going to turn on my be right back sign. I'm gonna let them out, feed my fire, and be right back. Because she needs. Yeah, absolutely. With kids, like, absolutely. Like, I have so much more leadway and patience to explain. Actually, I pretty much, I'm willing to explain to anybody at least once. Woohoo! I think having that grace to be willing to explain a situation to a person, it's hard to have. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody can do it, but I think it's important to take into consideration. I am old and cranky, and kids, I'm old, cranky, and I have a reputation for not liking kids. It's an unjust reputation, but I still have it. And it's also like unfounded, like. But that's what happens. Why doesn't she ask? Because the urge was too strong. Oh, I love watching the little white spots all go away. Actually, done more stitches than I thought. Much like on Tuesday, I did a lot more stitches than I thought I did. I still have a whole hour too. Okay, it is 11. I'm gonna go for a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll be right back. I gotta let the dogs out and stuff my stove. And I'm back. So about 5 minutes. I at least for like just catching up on chat because I legit was away from my computer. I I understand better than I speak. So while I might respond to questions in other languages in English, it's not because I don't understand what you're saying, and I just yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot to grab a drink. Good thing I have a drink right over next to me. Incoming. So I'm actually almost done this color already, but I still have plenty of big small colors to work on. I am hoping that I don't have to tackle the all the little color. Well, if I get to the point where all I have is the little colors, I will definitely be working on that before I go to work today. And where did my needle go? There it is. Oops. Oh, God damn it. I'm jealous of people who can like properly speak and understand more than one language. Like I'm jealous. Like I wish I had that opportunity. Um, but here in America, if you if you don't speak English, you're not worth it. Yeah, I'm I'm over that. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out because this area, like this white area here, is is just all kinds of food. My grandfather did not want his family to be judged, so he did not teach them Spanish. Well, you gotta. So, on my dad's half of the family, my nana is French. She is from her family is from Quebec. Um, her maiden last name is Melanson. I know that's like a Smith of um. So my chances are my nana grew up speaking French, and my grandfather, I never got to meet him, um, and he he grew up in Harlem, but my Layla is from Puerto Rico, and they would go back and forth, like because they can. They're American citizens. They can go back and forth. So he grew up speaking Spanish, but yeah, it's kind of like, okay, so the last name I was born with, and why and it's, and I was adopted out. The last name I was born with was Navarro, which is the Smith of Puerto Rico. Let's you look up Navarro. So, and that's why I constantly say, when my stepfather adopted me and I took that last name, it gained me a whole ton of white privilege, because it was we're going through all of my names and none of them are security answers, so good luck. And this is why the HR 22 would be a royal pain in the ass for me. I was born Navarro. I was adopted into Delano, or Delano, if you want to be hoity-toity about it, Delano. And we here in America know the Delanos were very, very prolific. We had Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah. No relation. But going from Navarro to Delano gave me a fuck ton of white privilege. So, I know. Oh, and see, what the thing is I understand. Like, it's kind of like coding languages. I know 3 or 4 coding languages. If I were to be dropped in a situation where all I could do is use those coding languages after a little bit of a refresher and a buffering time, I would be fine. It's just I don't get to use things on a regular basis, so I have all of these tools. I have all of these high-end tools, and I never get to use them. So, did I disconnected somewhere? Now I need to reconnect. No, what? I don't know. But here in the States, so my name has changed 4 times. 5 if you count when I got divorced and then reverted back to my maiden name. So I was born with a name, I was adopted with a name, I got married, changed my name, so that's 3. I got divorced, changed my name back to my maiden name, and then I got married again. So I've had 5 name changes. Now, mind you, I have all of the paperwork showing all of these name changes. I have my birth certificate up through my most recent marriage certificate, and the name change path all notarized and certified, like the original where you can feel the notary stamp. I have all of them. But if the SAVE Act goes through, not one of them counts. Except for my birth certificate. And then with that, my license with my photo on it has to match the name on my birth certificate, which is not my legal name. So I would have to change my name back to, and let me tell you, sign in my full legal name. Don't ever let an 8-year-old pick their name. Oh, yeah, look up the SAVE Act for the United States. Is they want to require proof of citizenship at polls. Now, proof of citizenship is a passport or a birth certificate. Now, mind you, I have a real ID, and I already went through, like I did a TikTok rant about this too. I'm privileged enough to have all that paperwork, and it's not cheap. Like the War and Peace of my name, just my name, was damn near $150 for that path of paperwork for my real ID. Not to add in the time and I live in a bigger city, so it was easy for me to access these points. That's a fuck ton of privilege right there. But yeah. But yeah, that's what they're trying to do in the United States. Is if you want to vote, you have to have your photo ID has to match your birth certificate. It has to match. The paperwork that goes in between does not count. It does not show proof of citizenship. And people are arguing and saying, well, that's not such a bad thing, because they're getting it confused with residency. That's how you get your state ID. That's how you get your driver's license and whatnot. Well, state ID, I should say, because driver's license is a whole nother set of licensing. But a photo ID is proof of residency in a state. That is why it's called a state ID. Proof of residency. I get that. People are generally okay with having to show a photo ID to show who they say they are. I don't mind being like, okay, here's my photo ID. This is who I am. This is how old I am. That's where I live. No problem there. But the fact that I would have to show proof of citizenship, so passport or birth certificate, and the name would have to match the photo ID I would have to show in addition. That's why the passport, like, I'm honestly looking towards getting a passport. But that takes time and a little bit of money. Now, I'm privileged enough to have one of those things. Funny enough. I have time every once in a while, but I do have the money that if I needed a passport, I could get a passport. Not everybody has that privilege. Yes. Yeah. Oh, DeFranco did a wonderful job of it. I do not support it. I do not, because it is, we want only white men to be able to vote kind of thing, because it is such a clusterfuck. And yeah. Yeah, the waiting list for a passport is so long. Like, it is so long, the waiting list. And again, that's why I'm thinking I should start the process now. I mean, my real ID took almost 3 months to get. And no joke, husband creature and I are talking about, and that's part of the reason I need to work on getting a passport. Husband creature and I are looking into other countries that are willing to take Americans. I don't mind working. I don't mind going through the process and starting the process and whatnot. Looking to take Americans. I know a lot of places want to bring in young people to build population. I'm not a young person, and I'm sorry, the uterus is closed for business. But I am more than willing to contribute to a community. I'm more than willing to take, honestly, again, what's inspired me is like the abandoned homes and whatnot, the fixer-uppers that they're willing to sell for super cheap if you're willing to fix them up. And the answer is yes, I'm willing to fix them up. But that kind of thing, that's kind of what motivated it. But I'm willing to be part of a community. I'm willing to do what I need to do, but it's just it's so much work. It's just it's a lot, and I got to get over it. The tism has to bitch about it first, but it's something that I think we want to do. Is is yeah. Mhm. And to be fair, I'm trying to get out of frontline healthcare. It is too much stress on me. It is. I don't get I don't. I do not get the rest and downtime that I need for the exact same reasons Canada is looking for healthcare workers. Is there's not enough of them, and the ones that are good and stay burn out because the system is not set up to support what they have. And as much as I like what I do, I am looking for more of a cushy desk job. I'm not going to be shy about that. I want a receptionist coding. I have work Monday through Friday, and if I go on vacation and I have all of my work done and set up, I'm not going to come back and have everybody going, well, this is what happened. Why didn't you catch up? I want to be able to put my job on hold and go on an actual vacation. And frontline healthcare does not allow for that. And that is part of why one of the reasons I am very high strung is because I don't have that freedom. I'm always worrying about what's going to change. Like the question I answered today, someone asked me, hey, how many pills did you give this person yesterday? Now, mind you, yesterday I did not work. And I responded with, I did not give this person any of this yesterday. On Monday, I gave them one pill of this, but I did not work. So that's the kind of thing that I am weary of. Well, I keep hearing that America does too, but every time I try to go for a different level, like I and that's the thing is it's a weird balance. I don't want to be a front-facing customer person. I don't want to be in registration because you get those people who come up and are super demanding because they are not the center of the universe. And I am not known for my professional demeanor. Friends. I am not known for being professional when you come at me, bro. I'm calm, but I'm not professional. Yes. And I have been looking and applying
to, I know that there are a lot of gears like, oh, hey, this seems off. Can I talk to a person kind of jobs? I know that they're out there. And I don't mind troubleshooting. I don't mind being like, hey, what's up with this? And asking questions. I just like don't like people who aren't, I just don't like entitled people. And unfortunately, when you are the face of it, like if you're the receptionist, you get a lot of entitled people, and it gets worse in healthcare. Okay. We are, I think we're going up to the top here. We're tackling up here. Yes, and I probably could, but then we have to get husband creature job too, and he's less from space. He's less front. Yeah, we're gonna loop back to that one. In husband creatures and I's relationship, as sassy and saucy as I am, I'm the nice one. So this is where my disillusioned American comes out. My entire life, I have been told, work hard, do this, you'll get this. Now, mind you, I got most of these things from working hard. But I would like a break. And the biggest, scariest thing for me is that if I have to start all over again from all the hard work, because I would have to sell my house, I would have to find a new community, I would have to go through a lot of changes. And it took me 20 years to get to the stability level I am at today. I don't want to risk what I have for, because I love my Canadian neighbors, but you guys don't have enough of a you're 1 degree of Kevin Bacon. There's not enough of a distance in culture-wise, which is a plus, but it's also a minus. There's not enough of a shift in the direction that I want to go in. And I've only just recently realized that I want to be able to sit and do my crafts and not have to worry about work, not have to worry about being somewhere. And it's a shift, because as I've been practicing it very minimally, the American culture is not set up for the shift that I'm aiming to do. Yes, I definitely would like to not go bankrupt taking care of myself. I don't mind working hard. I don't mind adjusting to a culture. I don't mind those things. But I'm looking for a Mediterranean lifestyle. Not necessarily the warm. I can take different types of climate, but where if you say you're on a day off, and I'll be there sometime in the afternoon. It's not like you said you'd be afternoon, and 12:01 you're not here and it's afternoon. I'm trying to break away from that because that's where my anxiety lies. I don't like being late. But it's a process, and it's a hard process. And if I have to make a big change, like selling my house and moving to a different country, I want a lifestyle with a 4-day work week and 3 months mandatory vacation. Just say it. And it doesn't have to be that much. I'd be happy with like 2 weeks mandatory vacation but America doesn't have that. And some spots in Canada do, but at the same time, it's not enough. And now that I feel like I've danced around trying to be like, I'm trying to be as because don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to move up and be like, yeah, party all the time. Well, that's not even close to the truth. Not even close. But I realize that my time upright and breathing, even if everything is perfect, there's no act. My upright and breathing time, I have about 30 years left on average. Do I want to break that average? Absolutely. But one of the things that I am facing and dealing with and have been facing since I was 14 is the fact that my lifespan, just with the diabetes, is significantly shorter. Toss in being left-handed, which people are like, huh? Look it up. With having all the other issues that I have, and as careful as I can be and as good as I can be, if I'm going to make a major change, this will be the last major change I make, and I'm aiming for a good one. And that's the thing that is the hardest for me to mentally accept and talk about in a reasonable fashion, because honestly I just want to stomp my foot and go, it's not fucking fair. But I have to be willing to process and accept that I can stay here where I have built a lot and I am comfortable for the most part. I can take the jump in hopes that it will be better. But if I'm going to take that jump with that hope, I'm going to do my research and bank my odds in my favor with where I end up. Yes, I'm sorry, Jules. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's true. Left-handed individuals, because quite literally, the world is made for right-handed people. Left-handed individuals live an average of 10 years, I think it is, less than right-handed people, and most of it's just stupid accidents. But next time you're going somewhere, or next time, like, say you go to an auditorium or a school, left-handed desks are rough. I have to think out where I'm going to sit at a dinner table because I am left-handed. I can feed myself with my right hand, but it looks funny. And that's the thing, is with all legitimacy, Europe and or Asia in specific areas are looking to be better options. And I say Asia because in Asia, husband creature could be very, just because of his size and his coloring, he could be very well off because he is a monstrous human. And I know in a lot of Asian communities, countries, his size would be utilized for, I don't want to say nefarious things, but for purposes of intimidation. Like but honestly, where husband creature really wants to go is Japan. There's a lot of low cost, abandoned houses. And while yes, they are abandoned, but they're not that old. And yes, disposal costs are redonkulous in Japan. I've kind of looked into it because it would mean husband creature would love it. Since we've gotten together, that's the only thing that if he had to move, that's where he wants to go. So I've mildly researched it, and disposal costs are redonkulous, but that's also why I'm really good at reusing things. But he would be able to be employed, kind of thing. I could probably find a job being, yeah. It's fair. Dirty places are it's fair. But yeah, husband creature is not dainty. Not a dainty person. But I also see like how patriarchal Japan is. And that doesn't sit too well with me because I've also seen the struggles of women in Japan not getting, and especially foreign women, not getting any sort of respect or being able to do anything without their husband. So that's kind of a for me, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm the big boss mama in the house. So now, mind you, with my size, compared to a majority of Asian women, I am a beast. Even the Asian women who are considered bigger, I'm still a beast. And I know this because when I was in college, for whatever reason, the exchange students really liked hanging out with me. And a few of them were, I worked very closely with a few women from China. I worked with a few women from Japan, and they point blank told me that in their home communities, they were considered big, and they were like toothpicks. Like I would be one of the 600-pound sisters over there. I found a couple of female creators that I really enjoy. Like there was this one, I think it might be the one that you saw too. She has a house, and the mailman would not give her mail because it needed to go to the head of household, and she lived alone, not married, no kids. She lived alone, and the mailman would not give her mail because it needed to go to the head of household. And I was like, ooh, that's and she did explain that it's not everybody, and I understand that it's not everybody, but at the same time, just having that as an option is really frustrating. Kind of like over here, there's the same over here. Like Like, I think there would be a couple of people very upset to learn that I I am the breadwinner in the household. Um, and husband creature doesn't have a problem with it. He really doesn't. But everything is mine. Oh yes, I've seen. I love her. She is very sweet, and I like her stuff too. I I don't know as if I could handle being an English teacher. Yep. Yes. That is. Yep. I also, because I'm me, I also follow a guy who does house restoration in Japan, and because I like watching DIY stuff, so that's how I know that there are a lot of the houses available. And yes, he was like he has an Asian agent who does that end of it so he can get what he wants, and I'm not opposed. I will use I will proxy. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up this color and call it a day. Thank you for your time, Pocket. Have a good rest of your day. It's gray down here. It is a very gray day, and I'm drained, but everything is awesome. Okay, so okay, let's see. Last two stitches of this color. Well, I have a lot I have to do, but at the same time, I have very limited time. I am going to test run a display though. So that's what I'm going to do after I turn this off, is I'm going to test run a display for Saturday, and then probably bring all my stuff down so that tomorrow after stream I can load it into my car. Okey-doke. And the string finished, so I don't have to. Okay, so we started out today, at 5.19%. We got up to, let me hit my button for like all 3 spots I have highlighted. We got up to 5.24%. Wow. Nice. And that was 179 stitches. So not a lot of stitches, but again, with the filling in of the color, that's expected. I want to thank everybody for the gift of their time. So remember to drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be back tomorrow, 10 to 12. Thank you again all for the gift of your time. It means so much to me. And also, thank you, Kelpie. I'm bringing this to work. And never forget that you're awesome. Be someone's lollipop moment. I'm going to post the lollipop story in Discord because it is something I genuinely believe in. So I love y'all, and I'll